Hey, so one question that I hear a lot regarding people moving to Charlotte is, what culture does Charlotte have? Or the statement is, Charlotte doesn't have any culture. Is that true? What's up, guys? This is Reggie from Ashley Lambo Realty, giving you guys another video here. Today we're going to talk about the culture of Charlotte. So if you're interested in moving to Charlotte and you have questions about what type of culture should I expect, what type of city is this, if you've never visited here, I'm going to give you a little bit of a primer before you come to visit. And as always, I recommend you visit the city and look around a lot before you try to buy a home in the city, because you got to know where you're buying at to make sure that it fits your particular needs. Now, let's talk about culture in Charlotte and why people say Charlotte doesn't have any culture. Okay, the first reason I hear that, it usually comes from people who are coming from areas that have a lot of culture. So if you're coming from New York, New York has a culture. It's in movies. It's very popular. Everybody knows the New York culture. If you're coming from California, everybody knows that California, SoCal has a culture. Even North Cal has a culture, right? Even if you're coming from Texas, Texas has a culture, because you think Western, you think big in Texas, right? But when you think about Charlotte, North Carolina, there's not really anything significant from a pop culture standpoint that you can point to and say, yeah, that's Charlotte, North Carolina right there. I mean, to be honest, we've been known as a banking city, right? But nobody really cares about banking and thinks like banking is cool like that. So it's not really a pop culture thing. And I understand, and I have to admit, in that comparison, yes, Charlotte does not have any culture compared to New York or any place that's historic, really, because there's nothing pop culture wise that's significant that happened here. In simplified terms, the definition of culture is an art or intellectual contribution to society, essentially of something of significance that you've contributed to society, right? Gosh, this is so hard to really say that for the modern times. You know, yeah, Charlotte's not gonna blow your socks away with culture, guys. It's really not. And being from here, being born here, you know, I feel like the Charlottean culture, for me, I'm second generation Charlottean. My parents were born in Charlotte too. There's not really many of us, and the things that we all had in common growing up, that stuff kind of went away. So I would say, for example, one thing that was pop culture back in the 90s was the popularity of the Charlotte Hornets. That was internationally a huge success for that team. They had Muggsy Bogues, they had Alonzo Mourning, they had Larry Johnson. I mean, they were so popular. People still talk about that team when it comes to retro. But when the team left, in the area, there was a lot of sour grapes about that. And essentially a lot of Hornet fans, or just NBA fans in general, it went away because they took our team away from us. Well, it felt like they took our team away from us. That was just some corrupt stuff going on there. But it's not the NBA's fault. However, now we can talk about maybe the Carolina Panthers, right? That's a new thing, and that's pretty popular. Everybody knows about the Carolina Panthers, but what culture do they have? They don't really have a culture right now. They don't have an identity right now. They had a superstar, but he's gone, and with him it seemed like the whole culture or the coolness about it went away. I guess one thing that is constant is the culture of college sports, particularly the ACC. But you know, that's you know, I wouldn't say that's something that Charlotte has anything to do with, because Charlotte doesn't have any basketball teams that are consistently in the big tournaments, right? We do have UNC Charlotte, but for the longest they were not. I mean, when they would make the NCAA tournament, it was a big deal, but there really isn't a major successful college team here, so we don't have a college culture. We're definitely not a college city. I will definitely say that. Even though we have colleges, not a college city at all. It's a hard way. It's a hard thing to describe regarding Charlotte and culture. We do have the one owner in the NBA who was black is Michael Jordan, and he owns a team in Charlotte. That's awesome. Is racing a culture of Charlotte? Kinda. We got the NASCAR Hall of Fame, but to be honest, man, it's not really super embraced in people in the city. is more of a outside the city thing. So the city of Charlotte itself, yeah, we've got the NASCAR Hall of Fame, but that might as well be, 80 miles away, because most people have never gone to a NASCAR race ever. So that can't really be part of the culture if you don't really participate in it. Guys, I'm struggling to think about things that Charlotte can claim as culture. Let me think a little bit harder here. I guess the babies from Charlotte. Yeah. Anthony Hamilton's from Charlotte. But I'm still reaching here. This isn't a lot of people, man. It's not like blowing you away. I know. So with that, I'd definitely say, yeah, Charlotte doesn't really have culture like that, but it's a cool place to live. I think it's got a lot of things going for it. I think it definitely is a great balance of a city where you can go downtown to work or work wherever you need to work, and then you can get away from it. I think that's pretty cool about Charlotte. So Charlotte got a lot regarding that. That's you can check them out on Instagram. It's pretty cool. But let me see, what was the other thing we said? What culture does Charlotte have? I wouldn't even consider Charlotte a real stereotypical southern city. Yeah, I would say that. We're not really a stereotypical southern city. We're kind of weird. I would say Charlotte's in a bubble. If you were to just go to adjacent counties next to Mecklenburg, where Charlotte is located in, you will see like that culture there is not the culture you find inside of the Charlotte metro area. It is not. So Charlotte is very much a growing city. I would say like a micro Atlanta, because Atlanta is so big and so developed, and this infrastructure is so massive. But Charlotte's getting there. It's getting there. I don't think we'll host the Olympics anytime soon, but we're getting there, guys. We're gonna be all right, We're growing, and hopefully these home prices don't go too crazy, because they've been going pretty nuts. I remember when I bought my house in 2014, the price per square foot in Charlotte was about $98 a square foot. And I think now it's between $150, and some places they're trying to push near the 200s, guys. So that is the change that we have, because again, we have a very desirable city. It's a clean city. There's a lot of stuff to do with nature. It's just really attractive. But you just won't be blown away with culture. And in a way, it's becoming a melting pot, because people from everywhere are coming to this beautiful city and giving their own pieces of culture, their own customs, and we're figuring it out, So that's happening. It's a maturing city. And isn't that kind of good? I mean, yeah. Anyway, guys, if you're interested in looking into buying or selling a home in Charlotte, North Carolina, contact me, Reggie Jamerson with Ashley Lambert Realty. I've been in real estate for over 5 years, guys, and I would love to help you find your next home or help you sell your existing home. Again, guys, like, share, and subscribe, and let anybody else who may be interested in this video see it. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye. Hi, I'm Reggie, and welcome to my real estate YouTube channel. I'm a North Carolina realtor with Ashley Lambert Realty, servicing the Charlotte metro area. On my channel, I post videos explaining the home buying and selling process. I also have some tips and tricks for real estate, DIY projects, and of course, home video walkthroughs. Make sure you subscribe for new content and comment below to introduce yourself. I look forward to hearing from you.